Today, salt is on almost every dining table around the globe, making it easy to forget that refined salt was once non-existent. So how did our prehistoric ancestors manage to stay healthy without a salt shaker in sight? To understand how early humans survived, we first need to look at why our bodies require sodium. Sodium works alongside chloride to transmit nerve impulses, contract muscles, and maintain the proper balance of fluids. Without adequate sodium, human muscles cramp, cognitive function drops, and extreme hyponatremia can occur. However, the human body actually needs a surprisingly small amount of daily sodium to function, around 500 milligrams. For hundreds of thousands of years, early humans lived as hunter-gatherers. Their diet looked drastically different from ours today, relying heavily on wild game, fish, gathered plants, and untreated fresh water. The most significant natural source of sodium for early hunter-gatherers came directly from animal meat. Unprocessed animal flesh naturally contains sodium, bound inside muscle tissues and extracellular fluids. In addition to muscle meat, early hunters consumed animal organs and blood, which are exceptionally rich in electrolytes. By eating whole animals shortly after a hunt, they naturally absorbed sufficient sodium. Plant foods gathered from the wild also contributed to their dietary intake. Certain native roots, tubers, seeds, and leafy greens absorbed mineral salts directly from nutrient-rich soils and natural groundwater. Populations living near coastal environments had even easier access to sodium. Seafood, including fish, shellfish, and edible seaweeds, naturally contains higher concentrations of dietary sodium and essential minerals. Early humans were keen observers of animal behavior. By watching herbivores gather around natural mineral deposits and inland salt licks, humans learned where to locate sodium-rich mud, rocks, and spring water. In some regions, groups developed creative methods to extract salt from nature. They burned specific sodium-accumulating plants, such as marsh grasses, and used the resulting mineral-rich ash as a basic seasoning. Drinking water was another subtle source of minerals. Unlike modern tap water that goes through extensive filtration, natural spring and river water contained dissolved minerals, including small trace amounts of sodium. Furthermore, human physiology adapted to efficiently preserve internal sodium levels. Kidneys are remarkably effective at reabsorbing sodium when dietary intake is low, reducing the amount lost through urine. The relationship between humans and salt changed dramatically around 10,000 years ago. The shift from hunter-gatherer lifestyles to agricultural communities created a sudden, major shift in human nutrition. Farming diets relied heavily on cultivated crops like wheat, barley, rice, and corn. These staple plant foods contain very little natural sodium compared to the meat-heavy diets of earlier hunter-gatherers. As meat consumption decreased and grain intake rose, agricultural societies began experiencing genuine sodium deficiencies. To survive, communities had to actively seek out pure salt through mining or evaporating seawater. Salt also became essential for food preservation in agricultural societies. Salting meat, fish, and vegetables allowed early farmers to store surplus food for winter months and survive unexpected seasonal droughts. Because salt became vital for survival and preservation, it grew into one of the world's most valuable commodities. Trade routes expanded, economies developed, and empires fought for control over salt deposits. This history explains why humans have a strong innate craving for salty flavors. Our evolutionary background trained us to seek out sodium because it was once scarce and crucial for biological survival. Today, we face the opposite problem. Modern food processing adds sodium to almost everything we eat, leading to overconsumption and health challenges like high blood pressure and cardiovascular issues. Looking back at history shows that early humans survived without salt shakers because nature provided enough sodium in raw foods. Our ancestors adapted to their environment long before salt became a global commodity.